Are you ready?
My coach, Barbara H. Smith. Why did I hire her? Because she's the best.
Barbara H. Smith is a powerhouse. She just walks in the room and grabs your attention, and she does that in a way that just makes you feel loved and like she's paying attention to you. She cares about you, and she wants to see you be your best self.
She was able to dig inside and find the passion that was deep within me.
Barbara's energy is one of the reasons that I had to have her as my coach. I love the way she is real with people.
The reason I felt like I needed a coach was because I have some big goals and I needed to build my confidence. I knew that Barbara could help me do that.
I felt that I could trust her.
I would definitely recommend to get coaching from Barbara H. Smith if you feel like you need to level up your confidence. She would just help you feel like bold, like you can take on the world.
She has really shown me who I am. She has changed my mindset to a place that I know that I am more powerful today than I would have ever been if I had never met Barbara Smith.
We are live. Here we go. Here we go. So excited to be here with you tonight. It is another Tuesday evening. So excited. I know you say that. I say that all the time, but guess what? Today I'm super duper excited. But first of all, let me tell you why we do the Barbara H. Smith Show. It is a showcase of businesses, people who are entrepreneurs, own businesses, who might not otherwise have the opportunity to showcase their services, their products, or their company on TV. And so we broadcast to over 200, count them, 200 countries over the IBM TV network. And we have broadcast on now, get it, Amazon Fire and Roku TV. So if you would like to be a guest on the Barbara H. Smith Show, just apply at support, SUPPORT, at thebhsshow.com. Support at thebhsshow.com. So, having gotten that out of the way, coming soon to a network near you, IBM TV network, is the Black Business USA Showcase. And it also showcases businesses across the world. This is an opportunity to give back to our students. Our students are in need of your help. The mission of the Black Business Expo USA is to give up to $5,000 in scholarship money and laptops to deserving high school students on their way to college. So if you're interested in being a speaker, a sponsor, or a moderator, check that out at www.theblackbusinessexpousa.com. That's www.theblackbusinessexpousa.com. Google it, it's out there. They have been doing this for a while. It is the largest Black Business Showcase in the history of Black America and in the world. So with all of that out of the way, and without further ado, I want to bring to the platform someone who is very special. Listen, he was born and raised in Virginia Beach, Virginia, the youngest child of Dr. Herman Clark Jr. and Dr. Ruthenia Clark. He acknowledges that his parents were a strong influence in his life and, of course, showed him how to work hard and persevere and never take things for granted. Both his parents attended NSU, that's the Norfolk State University, and Victor followed their footsteps in the DNIMAS program, class of 2001, a pre-med major, chemistry pre-med, how about that? He expanded his education in research under Dr. Joseph Hall, who was one of his many professors that motivated him, challenged him, and allowed him to perform better and work harder every day. Victor graduated summa cum laude, not like me, thank you, Lordy, from NSU and went on to graduate at the Eastern Virginia Medical School. Guess what? He studied reproductive physiology and endocrinology, and I can almost not say that. All right, so after graduating, he went to medical school and obtained his medical degree in internal medicine, specializing as a hospitalist physician. That's why we call him Dr. Clark. Dr. Clark has worked in many great organizations, Centera, Riverside, Bon Secours, many in and out of the state of Virginia, and holds licenses to practice in Virginia, North Carolina, and Ohio and Indiana. Guess what? The man has several degrees, several businesses, including clinician staffing agency, Clark Alliance Services, a residential dumpster rental service, CAS Dumpster Rentals, which is where I met him, and Clark Alliance, providing landscaping, residential and commercial painting, power washing, and a cleaning service. I could go on, but I want to bring this illustrious man to the stage, Dr. Victor Clark.
Hello, hello. How you
Hello,
doing?
hello. I just want to just run over there and just hug you for all the wonderful things you are doing, not just in business, but in the community, because you do a lot of things in the community. So tell us, Dr. Victor Clark, apologize for just the Victor Clark, but tell us why you just so easy going and didn't even tell me that we were in the doctor category.
One, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, man. You are a beautiful person. When we first met, you were very bubbly and very inviting, and that's why I love talking with you. And so I appreciate that. But yeah, the medicine thing, yeah, that's something that I do, but it's not only who I am, so I don't have to wear that on my sleeve. So if we're talking and having a good time, that has nothing to do with our conversation. So I just appreciate you.
It didn't have anything to do with the conversation. He was there helping my sister, and my sister was getting one ready for a move. And I met Dr. Clark, Victor, at that time, Victor Clark, and it was just like a conversation. How you doing? What are you working on? What kind of business do you have? I'm getting ready to have a show. Would you come on the show? What was that, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
And you said yes, not even knowing who or what you might be getting yourself into dealing with me. But you came on the show. I'm so excited. Talk some to the audience about how you even got into the medical profession, because you told me that you're like the only one.
Yeah, well, I have I come from a large background of educators. So my parents, my sister, my aunts, uncles, they were all educators. They are all educators. And so I did not think I had the patience to deal with children. That's the first thing. I have 4 kids at home. I love my kids, but I did not think I had the patience that they had. And so I went to school and I loved science, and it just led me down the path. And eventually this is what happened.
Well, it's one thing to have your own children. It's another thing totally to deal with somebody else's children. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's why I didn't go into the education field, because I didn't want to have to hurt them.
Yeah, I love our teachers, man. They can do stuff that we can't do. They deserve a lot more.
And we found that out during this pandemic, didn't we? Some of us parents changed our minds about our teachers, our children's teachers, where we were giving them some of us was giving them a hard time, and we changed our mind, didn't we?
Yeah. It reminds me of that. I saw this meme once. I saw this meme that said, how dare these teachers have us at home raising their kids? And they're talking about, that's the parents talking about their own children.
Yeah, because that's what happened.
Brings it to perspective,
Yeah.
They have a hard job.
And then they get paid very little for it. So as a physician, you did all this medical school, pre-med, chemistry, the whole thing, and now you just stepped away from a lucrative career. What made you step away and go into business for yourself?
Well, I didn't necessarily step away. I still do it. I still practice. I saw a lot of patients today, as a matter of fact. But what made me start a business, my very first one, was I actually was having a conversation with one of my sons. And I don't think he remembers this, but one of the things he said was, "Daddy, when I'm 33, I want to work right next to you." And I didn't have a way to make sure that he could go into medicine because medicine is pretty tough to get in. But what I did know is that all of my kids are super special and super intelligent, and they have all their own unique, promising features. And the only way I could make sure they all could combine and get into this, if they chose to, was have a business. And my oldest daughter is in school for accounting in college at VCU.
That's awesome.
I have my oldest son has always talked about being a lawyer. And I don't know if he's really gotten to it or made his final decision. My youngest son has a very strong engineering mind.
Wow.
My youngest daughter has talked about being a teacher. She helps me out in the office and she's very organized. So, I have all these different perspectives from my kids where if they ever chose to come and help daddy, I've been able to create something to where they can do it.
That's amazing. And each one of them with their unique own line of business and creativity and occupation. That again, how do you pronounce that? She says brilliant.
Ilya.
Diamond, yeah. Ilya. That's brilliant. And it is brilliant because so many times as parents, we want to guide our children to a job, right? Instead of to a career where they can be entrepreneurial. And so I applaud you for thinking ahead to how can my children be employed in a family business, right?
Yeah. And not really be employed, but how can they own their future?
Yes. Which is
It makes a big difference in your mindset.
Huge. And so they know that they have options. And that's the thing. When you have options, those opportunities that you might have are they're more advanced or more there's more plethora of things that you could do when you have options, right?
Absolutely.
So what do you enjoy most about being an entrepreneur besides being a doctor? Now you're an entrepreneur. What do you enjoy most?
I enjoy working hard and knowing why I'm working hard. Because when you're the business owner, every move you make is because you decided to make it. It's not because somebody told you what to do, but you know exactly why you're doing it. And so you're going to go extra hard and make it happen. So I enjoy that. I enjoy the pressure of, trying to get things done that you don't know how it's going to turn out and just seeing what the results are. I enjoy the calculated risk, and I enjoy the people because it allows me to get involved with and communicate with people that otherwise I wouldn't have had a chance to do so. So that's pretty much it.
That's amazing. And it is true that those of us who are entrepreneurs out there, holler if you hear me, that is a blessing. According to Diamond Queen, Teresa Haskett's out there saying that's good, owning your future and owning and helping your children get to that place. Having your own decisions, making your own decisions, and knowing that whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it's your decision. And
That's
so
right.
you as a business owner have to just live with it, deal with it, do what you need to do, right? So that is freedom, Diamond Queen. That is freedom. I love it. According to what Dr. Clark just said, he loves it. And it's just one of those things that it's not designed for everyone, but the fulfillment is truly there. So you've got a bunch of different branches as a business owner. You want to talk to me about all those different branches you have?
Yeah, sure. So the medicine stuff, I do own the staffing agency. I staff several hospitals with physicians and nurse practitioners and nurses uh, here and in the state of North Carolina. But outside of medicine, I have the dumpster rental company. I specialize that in serving residential needs, not commercial needs, because there are a lot of commercial dumpster rental companies out there, but residential dumpster assistance really helps a lot of people who, one, don't want a big bin sitting in their yard for weeks and weeks that they're not going to get picked up for a while. But we also do junk removal, which is actually how I met you. In just knowing that we can put a team there for your family to help you decide, all right, I've got these rooms that I want to straighten up, and be able to come in there and get my team to move everything out, throw away what you don't want, keep what you want, clean up, put things back in an organized fashion. We really take for granted how beneficial that can be for people who just don't really have the means to lift things and move things like they would like. The landscaping company that
Well,
we're
I'm
branching out.
going to cut you off right there
Go
because
ahead.
you just didn't even tell them the real deal about the CAS dumpster situation. Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
That's how I met Dr. Clark. Didn't know he was a doctor. And my sister's husband passed away, and they had a storage facility that they wanted cleaned out. Okay. The crew came in. They said they were going to be there at 7 a.m. I'm like, my sister's like, can you be there at 7 a.m.? I'm like, I don't know, be there at 7 a.m. on Saturday. They were there before 7 a.m. CAS dumpsters was there before 7 a.m. By the time I rolled up at 8 o'clock, Dr. Clark and the entire team had emptied the entire bin. It was top to floor deep. Emptied it, cleared it out, organized it, swept the floors. I'm talking clean. So if you're out there and you have a storage facility or garage or something that you need cleaned out, and you want somebody that's going to do it right, do it at the right price, do it when they say they're going to show up, they showed up. Because that's the thing. People say they're going to show up and they come lagging. You waiting for them all day, sometimes the next day, and they don't show up. And you've wasted your whole day. But this group here, CAS Dumpsters, they were there, cleaned it out, got it done. I think it was 3 hours tops, made 2, maybe 3 trips to the trash place, the dumpster, the landfill or whatever, wherever they took it away from there. That's all I know. And it was amazing. I'm talking amazing. I'm not just saying that. It was amazing. I have never seen anything like that in my life. Now, you can go ahead.
Well, I appreciate that. Y'all were great, and it was great spending time with y'all. So it was a lot of fun. And my team is awesome. So I didn't have to do much except say, "Here you go," and they went at it. So I'm proud of them for that. But we are branching into a landscaping company. We have a pretty good setup for that. Pretty good team. We've got a few guys that's been doing it for quite some time, and they are in love with landscaping. And see, that's the other thing that I like about business is that in order for you to really be good at it, and you have to love what you're doing. And so I'm bringing in people who really love what they're doing. And I can talk about grass all day. My wife probably will get tired of it, but there are times when at our previous house, I was trying to figure out which type of fescue I was going to lay down, and I had the irrigation system going on, and I'm outside half the day just making sure everything is right, and I would do it myself. And now I have the opportunity to bring in this landscaping team with somebody who just loves it like an art form. And so we're going to take good care of people with that. We have a painting team or department growing. and we have a team that does commercial and residential painting. And so that's, we're doing, the power washing and the cleaning service. So it's stuff that we're basically making an all-around service. So if you have a home or you live in an apartment or you just need services, we want to be able to provide more than one thing to you. And it's coming together nicely.
I'm interested in finding out more about the landscaping service and the power washing service. And so I'm shouting out to anybody that's out there that needs trash removal from anywhere, and you need a dumpster, or you don't want a dumpster sitting in your yard, you want it done and you want it done right, or if you need landscaping, or if you need painting, I'm gonna just have to put all your numbers and all your contact information on my speed dial, because there's always something. When you own a home, there's always something that needs to be done. And so I'm saying to you, community out there, audience out there, spread the word. Anything like he's going to do anything like his company did for CAS dumpsters, and he's on Facebook, then you're right, Diamond. He's in beast mode. Absolutely beast mode with all of this stuff that he's got going on. And quality service. I'm not talking just hire somebody and then you got to hire somebody else to fix what the other person did.
Right.
This is a quality service operation running on all cylinders, pumping out quality service. So get with him. Do you have a different number or a number that they can reach you for your landscaping and the rest of it?
Yep, they can reach us all. For all the companies tie in to one number, my staff in the offices will be able to kind of put you in the right direction from there. But that number is 757-276-5020. Oh, you still muted.
Got it out again for us.
Okay. 757-276-5020.
Yep, I was hoping Mark could catch that for us. And one more time, 757.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in there here.
Okay.
757-276-5020.
Yeah. Fortune 500 in the making. I'm gonna say Fortune 100 in the making. And Ilya's got it on lock. CAS Dumpsters is the landlord's best friend. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's a marvelous byline. Is that your byline?
No, I need to use that. Thank you, Ilya.
Great tagline. Great tagline. Okay, so
you went away again.
I muted myself and then tried to talk. Crazy. What else can you tell us about your plans for the next 5 to 10 years? I love that, Teresa. Love what he's doing for the community and for his kids. That is amazing. Yeah. It is.
Well,
next 5 to 10 years.
Next 5 years, once these parts are growing, my goal is to move this into building up residential communities and building apartment complexes and having that expand with kind of these automated services within them, because you can take a dumpster company and then apply valet garbage pickup. So, which a lot of apartments are using, but I would love to build different apartment complexes on different levels. I need to get land and build, have a lot of even trailer parks, because a lot of people enjoy trailer parks and their very convenient lifestyle. But just building up a lot of residential background and a lot of residential portfolios within the business and by the business.
That is amazing. And I want to take a moment right here to shout out the fam. Dr. Clark loves his family. And so not only does he take pride in his business, but he does everything for his wife and children. Caleb, JJ, Christopher, Chloe, we shouting you out there, and his gorgeous wife. He put beautiful, I put gorgeous because I like gorgeous. Gorgeous Siobhan. We know that you are the love of his life, and we appreciate that you share him with the world, because being a doctor and doing the CAS dumpsters and the landscaping, I'm sure he's away from home quite a bit, but he's helping the community. Linda, Dr. 2, awesome. Didn't know you and Siobhan were branching outside the medical field. Definitely have to check it out. Absolutely check it out. And the whole family at the BHS show is checking it out. Congratulations, she said. And I am so, you said you were proud of me. I am so elated, excited, ecstatic to know you and know the services that you present and have, so that I can sow into your business. And that's what it's about. We have to help each other. That's what this is about.
Absolutely.
I read recently about the Black community only has their dollar circulating within their community for 6 hours.
That's
Tell me something about that.
That's very historical, right? We talk about how other communities have linked to each other and protect each other, but if we really look back at it, 400 years ago, we had an issue that caused us to have this separation from one another. Now let's go back even further. When our ancestors were brought from the Ivory Coast, we had people who were of different tribal connections, they spoke different dialects, and they're laying on these boats, cuddled up, not really able to communicate with each other, but they learned how to survive with each other because we still cared for being amongst each other. But when we came over, we were forced to fight each other to the death. We were forced to be separated. And it was a mindset that to this day kind of still harbors in a lot of our community. So it's our job that when we know that is an issue and we know why the issue lies there, we have to promote our togetherness as much as possible. And because we're very, very strong, we're very, very intelligent. And if we look at the community that's put in the media, we see a lot of negativity. We see a lot of people selling stuff on the corner and fighting and gun violence and everything. But what we don't recognize is that, as negative as it is, if somebody is selling something on the street, they already have a business mindset.
That's right.
They actually have the potential to be very positive and very renowned using their mind the same way they're using it. But what they lack and what we lack as a community is exposure. We lack exposure to the positive things that we need to be successful and a good benefit to the community. And so we have to grow that.
That's exactly what we have to grow. And that is what we're doing with this show, exposing positive role models, positive images, positivity in the community. And Herman Clark, I'm happy to see you out there, Dad. One proud father of it with an educated, energetic, I added educated, energetic, creative, and competent son. I know you are proud of your son, and we are proud of him too.
That's my daddy.
Clemens, I see that. Crystal Clemens said, my cousin is dope. That's all. She just dropped the mic right there. I love it. I'm glad she's in there. Thanks for coming on the show. We're at the midway point of the show. I know. Thank you, Crystal. I know that we have more fun information, more information. Yes, we do. Indeed, he is a builder, Keith Freeman. And we're going to come back right after this commercial break. Don't you go away. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Barbara H. Smith, known as the Masterful Presenter. If you could figure out a universal language, personality code that connects with potential client, how powerful would that be? I empower people to communicate better what they do, what they have, and what they bring to the table.
People love to buy. I don't need you to sell it to me. I come in there with an intention, and that's what you're going to do going forward. You're going to go into networking events with intention.
I am here benefiting from the wisdom of Barbara Smith.
She gave so much information on how I can just excel in my business, and I'm taking it to a whole nother level.
I'm learning a lot that I didn't really know about my business.
The information that she's been presenting has been informative and helpful to me.
If you have not been in the presence of Miss Holmes Smith, you need to make sure you do so. Her workshops are authentic. She comes with such training, and she just graces you with her presence, and she allows you to feel the experience like none other before.
Hey, love it, love it, love it. Want you to know that we are back. In case you didn't know, we're back. Just want to shout out Teresa, Linda, Diamond, Herman, Crystal, Keith. Thank you all for being out there. It helps us to see that we have Ilya. It helps us to see that we have visitors, and Dr. Clark and I are just having a conversation. You guys can jump in anytime and ask questions. We'll bring your names up on the stage and show your comments. So thank you again for being out there on the Barbara Smith Show with Dr. Victor Clark tonight. And we are excited for all the many services that he provides. Now, I got a question about products. Do you have any products, things that we can buy that have, you know, the dumpster company on it, or the medical assistant company on it, or anything like that?
You know, that would be nice. I really don't. I mean, I should. I really don't, because I've really focused on just providing service, and that's been what has meant the most to me. Just providing the service and making sure people have exactly what they need. Now, if somebody wants a hat, though, you know, I'll get it for them.
We got to rep your brand, though. We got to rep your brand, because you have
right.
a lot of services. Tell the marketing people. Barbara Smith said we rep
your
brand.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
You heard it first here at the Barbara Smith.
Right.
Dr. Victor Clark and all of the services will have some kind of merc for you to buy and broadcast his brand, because, you know, people want to know who does your lawn. Do you put like little signs out when the lawn's done? They put little signs out to say this is who you can contact.
Yeah, well, you know, our dumpsters are wrapped in marketing with that. We do have signs and all of that stuff for our landscaping, but word of mouth is powerful, and that is kind of the growth that the community provides. We use social media, our websites, but the good thing about word of mouth is that when somebody tells you how much they appreciate another company and how well that company did for them, it speaks a lot louder than somebody just seeing a flash of something on their screen. Absolutely. You know, if we can, and I'm not a huge social media connoisseur, so to speak. But my media team does a good job with that. Yeah. I got a team. I got a great team. And so I would be remiss if I didn't shout out one of my lead staff members, Alicia Cheney. She really holds it down.
Thanks, Alicia. Yeah, shout them out. Ilya wants to know, what can we do to rep the brand? Caps. You guys have. I saw shirts on your people when they came.
Yeah. We can get
those for some people.
We can get y'all some shirts.
Yeah.
We can get y'all some hats. Come wintertime, we'll have some hoodies and jackets.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brand.
Because when you want to tell, like, what happens when you go to a great restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's a new restaurant on 25th and J.
Yeah.
Go check that out. That's word of mouth, but it resounds better when you repping it by word of mouth. But you got the T-shirt. I got the T-shirt, the cup, the keychain. I'm just saying.
I like that.
Right? So yeah, I think that would help. I mean, I would wear a t-shirt that had your stuff on it because I saw the
Right.
quality, you know?
I'm gonna get you one.
Thank you. See how that works? You have not because you ask not. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. There it is.
My baby bro, Joanna Clark and Gloria Whitfield Johnson says, word of mouth speaks volumes. Indeed,
Yeah.
it does. So you
That's
got your
my auntie and my sis right there. A beautiful
families
sister.
out there. That's wonderful. Thank
Yeah.
you guys so much for supporting Dr. Clark on the Barbara H. Smith Show. Make sure that you support his business as well. So tell me, how can people actually really benefit from your different services? Do you have like a plan where they could get the dumpster and the cleaning service and do you have anything like that?
Well, I think Ilya said it best. You know, being a landlord's best friend. You know, if you have these services, there are packages where you can basically take a home that a hoarder resides in and kind of get it almost pretty much brand new and very close to being ready to rent out again or move into. So it's kind of like a turnkey for your turnkey preparation, you know?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Works really well. Yeah, and that's the goal, is really just finding pieces that can fit our community in our residential theme, right? And making sure that I'm not closed to finding out something else that would help in that pathway and building it up to be very beneficial for our community. The other aspect is just the creation of jobs, right? I mean, we've got a lot of people who really need work, and the one thing that we're losing out on is the concept of a trade. If you look at a lot of other companies, a lot of other countries, European countries, you'll see that when people or European countries, East Asian countries, a lot of others, when a child decides what they want to do or their family puts them into a direction, they finish their grade school and go right into that trade, whether it be through college, but they're going right into that trade. And it helps them focus on that the entire time. We used to really emphasize trade schools, and we need our mechanics, we need our painters, we need our landscapers, we need all of these things that sometimes we kind of get pushed away from, and we're losing the benefits of our community with that. So we need to bring that back, and I think that's another big part of this for me. It's just getting people to focus on that.
And you hit on something that's really, really critical. We have a tendency to want to push everybody through the 4-year, 6-year, 8-year college door. And having a trade is always beneficial, because when there is, people get fired out of corporate all the time, right?
Yeah.
This is that time.
Yeah.
And so, yes, Crystal Clemens, trades are a great path for anyone to make a decent living. It doesn't have to be, and by all means, I'm an educator. Don't get it twisted that I'm saying you shouldn't go to college. If that's in your path, if that's in your journey, if that's in your passion, by all means do that. But if that's not, there is nothing wrong with being a plumber. Be the best plumber you can be. There's nothing wrong with being a carpenter or electrician. Those are some very honorable positions, honorable occupations, and they're beneficial to the community, because everybody can't be a doctor. We need the plumbers, building houses, carpenters. We need everyone's skill and talent to build our community.
And you don't want me working on your sink. Let's throw that out there right now. So we need you, and I'm honored to be around people that are able to do things that I can't do. Right? I'm honored to be around people that can teach me things People will come in and come and work on the house. I'm, right there with them, watching what they're doing and trying to learn what they're doing. And then I try to emulate it. I might blow something up, but at least I'm going to try. So, we need our tradesmen, need our tradeswomen, and they're very powerful for our community.
And you're absolutely right. And here's the other thing: we all have a gift.
Yes.
We all have a talent, and my talent is not your talent. My gift is not medicine. Matter of fact, let's pause right there for a second. This is what I do for all people in the medical profession. You know why? Because me and computers, I'm a geek by trade. I'm a geek with a personality. I'm just saying. I'm a geek by trade. I use computers. I talk to computers. Computers talk to me. I understand them. People, not so much sometimes. And so that's my gift. Teaching, talking, computers.
Yeah.
Your gift may be medicine. Your gift may be carpentry. Your gift may be plumbing. Stay in your lane.
Right.
Find out what your lane is and stay in your lane. Each one of us needs all of us, right?
That's right.
And so Tony Freeman is out there who said, yes, it takes all of us to be in the village.
That's my Uncle Tony.
The Clark fam is in the house. Yes, they are. I'm so happy to see all of the Clark family that's represented here online. Dr. Clark, you are an amazing person, amazing entrepreneur, and an amazing doctor. Give us your information again right here. How can we get hold of you?
You can call us at 757-276-5020. You can visit my staffing website at www.clarkallianceservices.com. Our dumpster rental company website, www.casdumpsters.com. You can see us on Facebook at CAS Dumpsters. And I think we have something on Instagram too. I think Clark Alliance Services on Instagram, or not Instagram, LinkedIn. So yeah,
we're gonna be looking for you everywhere because all of us at some time need that service. All right, I want to switch gears just a little bit right here and ask you, how hard was it for you? Ilya says they love you, Vic and Siobhan. How hard was it for you after having an illustrious career as a doctor to jump out, step out on faith, and go into business? How hard was that for you?
Because I never stopped doing medicine, it was I think it wasn't scary for me. It was more so I always knew, all right, if I need to go back and be fully in medicine, then I can do that. And I think that that's one way to do it. There are a lot of people that just drop things cold turkey and go right into, and you've got to have some moxie and to do that. And so I'm bowing down to you. But I what I realized in starting my business is, I stayed up long nights, and my wife can attest. I stayed up a lot of long nights writing a whole bunch of policies because my first business that I started was a business for the intellectually disabled in New Jersey, where we did a lot of community service for them, and grew that for a while. And that's really where I learned how to do some ins and outs of business. And then I felt like I could bring it back home. But just staying up, making sure that you're constantly thinking of ways to make it better, writing your policies, reviewing your policies, and then sitting in rooms with people much smarter than you. I have a great friend who is my corporate lawyer for our company, who's a great guy to talk to, whether we're talking about contracts or just talking about our friendship. I have, and his name is Clem Abrams, awesome guy. I have a great financial advisor team that has always been able to take any of my questions, and they're great friends as well. And they introduced me to great CPA teams Tina Minton and Associates, and I also got tax concepts with Mr. Reginald Duckett, who does a great job. I've got a lot of brokers who provide insurances and anything that I could ask for. And the reason I did that and sat in the room with all these people was because one of the biggest fears we have about starting your own business or becoming an entrepreneur and not being employed is saying, well, I won't have my benefits. But
Right.
what we understand is that the United States of America is actually built more so for businesses than employees. And by law, all of those things that we think we have as benefits that can solely happen with employees, yes, it may be easier because we don't have to set it up. But once you set it up as a business, it's just as easy and it's just as much a write-off, and you can actually keep more of your money. So it
Say
makes
it again.
it.
Say that. See, you rolled over that. You rolled over that.
Yes.
Say that again.
You can have just the same amount of benefits and keep more of your money. Yes.
It's not how much you make, it's how much you.
Right. How much you got to spend, and how much you can keep.
That's right. How much you keep.
And so when you, I don't know, all of those things, I enjoyed finding a way to sit in the room and learn. And Mr. Duckett, one of my accountants, he definitely would tell you that I'll reach out to him sometimes at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night and say, hey, I was reading this. Is this another way to write things off, or is this a good thing I can do? And I'll just run these questions by, but it's because I'm always doing my own research on it. And so as long as we're able to do our own research and we stay mindful of things changing every year, all year, it's a fun game to play.
So did you just say your guy that watches your money, his name is Mr. Duckett?
Reginald Duckett, that's right.
Mr. Duckett is watching your ducats.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. Yeah.
I need those numbers. I need those names. After the show, we're going to connect with those people and see if we can do some business with them. Each one reach one, we got to help each other.
That's right.
Out there, Crystal Clemens says she's second that. And third that, you owe me all. I love it. You guys are out there just all over the place with your comments and loving that you jumping in, getting in where you fit in, and putting in some great little nuggets to help us know that you're out there. I appreciate you, all of you, for being out there. One more time, give us the number to reach any of your businesses, Dr. Victor Clark.
You can reach us at 757-276-5020.
It's right there down on the bottom of the screen. We got people on Facebook Live watching. I've got that going over here. And we've got people on the StreamYard watching. I appreciate all of you out there watching the Barbara H. Smith Show tonight. We have an exciting guest tonight, Dr. Victor Clark, who is not just a medical doctor, but has several businesses that are helping the community. And it's all about community life, building our communities back again. So some of the things that you do for the medical profession, you want to share some of those things, community-minded things that you might share about that?
Sure. Well, we all know the last year and a half has been a pretty trialing year for us all. So I've done several talks on just the importance of how we need to monitor ourselves in the setting of COVID. We've talked about the vaccine. We've talked about our hygiene with it. We've talked about the different rates and different levels of the problems within our country and around our country. Besides that, I try to speak to as many students as I can. I try to go to schools and just talk about not just medicine, but really just reaching your full potential. I know I haven't reached my full potential, but I'm not going to stop pushing towards that, and we have to start. We always have to start reaching our potential. So even with medicine, even when we're in the hospital, I want to always talk to my patients about life, right? Because I don't do outpatient medicine, but when I do inpatient medicine, my patients are typically very sick. And a lot of times they're at one of their most vulnerable states. So that's a great time to speak to them about life, whether it be spiritual, whether it be just community-wise, just gaining a good friend. I've had many patients where I've gone and seen them and talked to them 30 minutes or an hour, and we haven't talked about a thing dealing with their health. And because it's really time to just have somebody that they can talk to and be happy with. And so sometimes a smiling face is the best medicine you need. So it's part of the community stuff I do, even while I'm in the hospital.
That is a wonderful thing that you have that bedside manner where you can go in and talk to your clients, your patients. My man, James Riddick said, my man, Dr. Clark is out there. Thanks, James Riddick, for showing up and stopping by the Barbara Smith Show to say hi to our friend, Dr. Clark. I want to ask you something about what your take is on the trepidness, the fear, the hesitancy of the Black community of taking this COVID vaccine. Your take?
Well, we have a long-standing fear of the medical community, period, and it's not because of lack of a reason to. I mean, we've had issues with the medical community for decades, centuries. But what it comes down to is really knowing the details as to why you have that negative feeling, or why these negative things occurred and what specifically occurred. And that's why it's very important to know our history, right? Because we can get kind of trapped in having anybody and everybody say one or two lines, and then we think we've done our research. But we have I think a lot of people are fearful because of the Tuskegee Project, to where a lot of our community were infected with syphilis, unbeknownst to us or our ancestors. And they were just doing a research project, and it made a lot of us sick, killed a lot of us. And so we became fearful. And not just that, we can talk about Henrietta Lacks, right? We can talk about our physicians who were never recognized, and a lot of our research was taken from them. We can talk about not being able to get a blood transfusion when we created the blood transfusion. You know, we can talk about our developers of our pediatric cardiac surgeries, you know, and all of the things that we had a hand in, but were never able to benefit from. And so, yeah, we have had a lot of reasons to sway from the medical community. But when we look at the COVID vaccine, what we have to understand is, let's just compare the COVID vaccine to the study with syphilis, right? Or the homicide with the syphilis development. I just want to say it like it is.
Say it like it is. Tell it like it is.
When we look at what we did with COVID vaccine development, what we have to understand is that people feel like it was rushed, but COVID is a coronavirus which was being worked on for a vaccine for a lot longer than COVID-19 had existed. Okay, so it wasn't really a sped process. The other thing is that it takes several things to make a good vaccine or to do good research. One of them is a large population of candidates. When you have a pandemic, guess what you have? You have a large population of candidates, right? And not only that, the research of what this vaccine was tested on primarily was hundreds of thousands of people, but it wasn't mostly us when they were doing the testing. which means we weren't the guinea pigs in the first place. We
For
weren't the
change.
right. And so we're looking at that, and I'm thinking, all right, well, if you've got all these other people that are willing to take it, and I know the science behind it, but I don't want to even talk about the science behind it to people because that's not going to mean anything to everybody, right? But just look at it as what it is. Tuskegee, it was just us in those labs. We were doing something that was not our will. This is being offered to us. And we know, all right, yeah, it's a risk to taking any new chemical, right? When aspirin first came out, that was a huge risk, right? Well, we now know it's a lot of benefits with aspirin, but it's still a lot of risk with it. Right. Now, when we're talking about the COVID vaccine, we've got two alternatives. You take the vaccine and protect yourself. So even if you get COVID, you're much less sick and you're much less likely to be hospitalized and you're much less likely to die, right? Or you don't take the vaccine and you just risk the death that's occurring at a rate of millions, you know? So, I mean, what everybody says, well, I'll watch you when you grow that third eye or you grow that.
I said that when you turn colors, when you turn neon green.
So let me ask you this. To the same people, do you have the MMR vaccine? Did you get your Hep B vaccine when you were growing up? Did you get that meningococcal vaccine? Did you get your HPV vaccine? Do you get your flu shot? So, you know, some people you should get. I used to not get my flu shot every year because it did used to make me sick because my body reacted differently to different forms of it. But my body stopped reacting and I feel great now. I haven't had the flu in many, many years. But
Dr. Clark, I've had the flu twice in my 62-year life, and I'm gonna take my chances. I had to have the vaccine in order to go to Africa 2 weeks ago. And so I took the vaccine, but I was one of them that I'm not doing this. I know we are basically almost out of time, and I definitely want to dig into this right here. So that means you just got to come back to the show.
I'll be back.
You got to come back to the show because we are about 4 minutes out from the end of the time we have. I am telling you, this has been an amazing time talking to you. I'm so excited for your success in business. I'm so excited to support you. Everybody on the line, B. Casey, Cuzzo, he says, talk that talk, fam. Yes, sir. The family was in the house tonight. We are appreciative. We are thankful. We want to give you one last opportunity, though, right here to tell us how to get in touch with you and your multiple businesses that can help the community clean up their junk around their house.
You can call us at 757-276-5020. You can reach us at www.casdumpsters.com. If you want any of the medical aspect of the staffing, you can call us. You can see us at www.clarkallianceservices.com, and that's Clark without an E. And you can see us on Facebook at CAS Dumpsters, or you can just talk to us. Love to hear your voice.
We love having you on the show, Dr. Clark. I hope you had a good time. Hang around for me after backstage for a few minutes. I want to chat with you just for a few minutes. And I want to say to all of you that have been standing out there watching, we appreciate you as a guest, Dr. Clark. We appreciate the fam coming up. Stop looking at that junk and clean it up. That's right, Ilya. Check it out. Check Dr. Clark out and his dumpster company, CAS Dumpster. It is amazing service. I am a witness to that, and I'm getting my t-shirt. How about that? Booyah!
There you go.
We're going to talk to now about the end of the show. The book that's out, Barbara H. Smith has a book, Speak, Coach, Train, Learn Strategies to Discover Your Passion. Yep, that's out. You can get it at bit.ly/BHS book, or just go to Amazon. Amazon.com has it. Just type Barbara H. Smith and you'll get the book. In the book, you learn strategies of how to discover your passion. What are you designed to do? We all come here with a gift. Coming up tonight, We have some great information. I do a VIP class right after the show, 9:15 p.m. And you can get there quickly by going to bit.ly/VIP speakers. It's the PM version. We have an AM version. It's the PM version. And we're there for an hour telling you, teaching you, showing you how to communicate better so that you can get everything you deserve in life. I want you to know we appreciate you and we want to help you come up higher. That's what we do. Barbara H. Smith here, and we are out of here. Thank you so much for showing up, spending time in space with me. Do you know what time it is? It's time for you to step into your greatness because the world is waiting for you. That's it. Good night. Thank you, Gloria Whitfield Johnson, Teresa Haskett, for being out there.